I wish I could go back in time and tell my 15-year-old self what supplements actually matter for working out.
The concept of supplements is always a tough call, but don't worry, my name is Andres, and after 20 years of training, I can easily tell you what supplements are worth your time and which ones are not. So let's go over all the supplements I'm willing to spend my hard-earned dollars on so that you know what you need to buy the next time you go to your grocery store, you go to an online site, or wherever it is that you go, you'll know what's worth it and what is not. So without further ado, what did I get in this ginormous box? First thing I got is casein protein. This is the French vanilla from Legion. I have their like whey protein, the regular whey protein, and it's pretty yummy. I usually go with like a cookies and cream for my casein. In this case, I went with the French vanilla to give it a shot. Casein is just really good for nighttime. So when you're gonna go long periods of time without being able to eat, getting in casein protein will feed your muscles over a lengthier time than your typical whey or whole food sources such as chicken or beef. Those have a lifetime of like 2 to 4 hours. Whey has about 1 in your system when you start to feel hungry again or when you stop feeding the muscles. Whereas casein, you're able to feed the muscles for a lengthier time. So that is always an amazing choice. Let's see what else we got. Protein bars. So nothing is as simple and as easy to get your gains in or your protein as a protein bar. Some might say like, well, you could make yourself a protein shake and it actually has less calories. While that's true, it's not as easy as opening this pack, grabbing the bar and running off to the races to whatever it is you got to do. You got to shake the shaker with the protein inside of it. You have to put water in there. You have to put the scoop in. You have to get the protein out of wherever you keep it. Ultimately, the protein bar, just for convenience sake, amazing. This one is chocolate chip cookie dough. It's my favorite. It's actually the only one I've tried so far. So another huge staple for me. More protein bars. This one is chocolate peanut butter. Maybe we'll try this. Let's see. Next, we have HMB. So HMB has a relatively good level of efficacy. It wouldn't be the first thing that I buy. This is definitely something that you're sinking your money into, hoping for some good results, but not necessarily guaranteed. I would say it has a chance of success at around 80%, but it ultimately does help you prevent some muscle damage, prevent you from basically going into a catabolic state, which is where you're losing muscle. You can get this still pretty cheap out there. I'm going with Legion as I love their stuff. Yeah, so now this is actually one of those that I would put over here and say to you, not necessarily worth your money as far as getting gains guaranteed and feeding yourself with the casein or the convenience of a protein bar. Let's see what else we got in here. DHEA. Now this is something that I'm not really going to touch too much up on this, but this has a lot to do with just leveling out your hormones. I get blood work done regularly, and this is one of those supplements that is recommended for me to take. Big part of what this does is just keeps those hormone levels as they need to. I don't know so much about the topic. I just know, again, it's recommended to me by my doctor. So this is another one of those that goes over here in this category where I wouldn't just recommend you spend your money on it, but the ones over here I would. So more whey protein. This is your typical sort of quick and simple protein gain that you hear on the market. It's like people would normally say, oh, make sure you get your protein in with a protein shake. You're typically getting like some sort of a whey. Now this is the Whey Plus, which is basically a more hydrolyzed isolate protein. So it's going to have a little less carbs and it's going to have a little bit less fats. When you're eating this, you're just going to get less calories. And it's just like a purer form of it. You just get a purer form of it. Another one, super recommend. These are ones that, again, you take right after working out to avoid that muscle loss piece that you're going to have from the working out. Let's see what else we have. Fish oil. This is one of those supplements that I recommend everybody take. Fish oil is really good for inflammation and ultimately proven. And if, again, it has a high efficacy of it working, make sure you dose it properly though, because you need way more than you realize. 4 soft gels from this has about 4,000 milligrams of fish oil, 1440 of EPA, and 960 of DHA. Those are pretty good for what a regular human needs. So I'll be taking 4 of the soft gels like this says. This one I definitely recommend that you take just for, not necessarily for gains, but more of like the longevity aspect, making sure your joints feel good, making sure you feel good. It's more of a wellness supplement rather than like a fitness and workout supplement, but definitely right along there with like a multivitamin, which I didn't get from here, but I take 1 daily multivitamin every day without fail. Let's see, what else do we have in here? So I bought Mo Protein. I'm really just trying to have all the different flavors of Legion. So this is the Whey Protein Isolate, but in the cookie butter, again, over that pile. And then another bag of Whey. This one, the strawberry cheesecake. Honestly, let me know if you guys want me to do sort of like a review of these different flavors in the comments. I haven't tried neither this one, nor the cookies and cream, nor the cookie butter. So if you guys want to see more content about supplements, let me know in the comments below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you can watch more content just like this. Again, supplements are to aid you in improving the basic tasks of eating well, make sure you have the energy for your workouts, and again, just workouts as a whole, right? So that goes for creatine, that goes for protein, that goes for the next most important supplement, which is caffeine. Caffeine powers your workouts, and that's what these energy drinks from Legion do. This is the fruit punch flavor. I haven't tried this, and I have also not tried the lemon lime flavor either. So I haven't tried either one of these. I tried the orange creamsicle, and it is delicious. If you look at my shorts, there is a video of me doing a protein shake with it and the French vanilla. Came out amazing, so definitely worth trying that out. Now, these next supplements didn't come necessarily in the box, but these are ones that I absolutely recommend that you take. If you live in a place where you're going to sweat a lot, get some hydration powder. Legion has them in packets. You can also get Pedialyte. That's what I used to get. You can find those on Amazon. But in this case, you want like high levels of sodium and potassium in these. That's what's going to hydrate you. Instead of pure water, you get one of these, and you'll feel so good. I take this daily, kind of like my multivitamin. Same thing as this is kind of a two-peat. This is more of a pre-workout. This has some extra ingredients in it. This is Pulse by Legion. Kind of the same though as drinking one of these guys and like taking an energy drink. Like I could survive on Monster. Like White Monster could be my pre-workout for the rest of my life. I couldn't. Caffeine is that main ingredient you want in a supplement that's going to help power you through the workouts for tons of reasons. Again, another example of other content you might want me to cover. And then last but not least, these are creatine gummies. I also keep a big ginormous jar of creatine powder that I put in my shakes every time without fail. I put creatine in my protein shake every single day. Last but not least, this is kind of a secret supplement for those of you out there. Little special hint: if you're trying to bulk, get Gatorade powder. Get Powerade powder, something where you can put it into your protein shake, or you can get something called maltodextrin, which is basically just going to sweeten your protein shake, but it's also going to add you a ton of carbs. 1-2 big scoops, especially if you're on the heavier side, do 2 scoops, and you could still like make really good caloric gains by adding a ton of sugar to power you through that workout and ultimately help you add calories so that you can bulk up and start to get some muscles. There you have it. Again, the big recommendations is that you take creatine, some sort of caffeine, and that you take protein that's fit for your needs, right? So if you just came from a workout, you would take a Whey isolate. But if you are going to bed when you're not going to eat because you're in bed for like 6+ hours, right? You're going to take a casein protein. Creatine, caffeine, stimulant, and the appropriate protein. Those are my staples. Everything else is some sort of a variant of that besides the wellness supplements such as a multivitamin or a fish oil. I think in general, it just irks me how much people believe that supplements help their life and their gains and their like pursuit of this physique. It's like 5%. Supplements help you like 5%. Hard training, sleeping a lot, eating well, making sure you get enough calories in the day. Like so many people like don't realize that makes up the vast majority, the macro of it all. Focus on the important stuff. Okay, but actually, I'm gonna have to order more of these protein bars. These chocolate peanut butter ones are amazing. This is bar number 2. If you have any questions, send it to me in the comments. I'm here to help you. Bye.
I wish I could go back in time and tell my 15-year-old self what supplements actually matter for working out.